So this is the Rust-Oleum Glossy White Enamel white paint. 7792 is the number. It is oil-based. When it comes to glossy white and enamel, there aren't too many in white. There aren't too many choices. This is one of the very few. And Rust-Oleum is a good product. I worked with it before in the spray paint version. This should dry within 5 to 9 hours, and you can repaint it within 24 hours. I'm not even going to use a primer. What I'm doing is a simple wooden storage unit, and pretty straightforward. I'm going to try to give it one coat, see how that comes out. So this isn't really a how-to. I just want to show you guys how it comes out to help you out with any future projects. One of the drawbacks of the Rust-Oleum and some of these other oil-based enamels, you have to wait maybe at least a week for them to outgas. If you do this indoors, you're going to get fumes. You're going to smell it for days and days. I'm going to leave it outside for about a week and wrap it up with some plastic after it dries, and that should do the job. But just be aware, that's one of the catches. So hang on, and I will be back to you with a finished product. So it's been 2 hours, 2.5 hours actually, and you can see pretty much dry to the touch, a little bit tacky still, but this should work to allow me to put on another application. If you want to do it properly, you should wait the full 4, 5, 6 hours as instructed, but for my purposes, this is going to work fine. I should be able to just get some of these little areas on the second go around. So I will be back to you with the final results. It's been 3 weeks actually since I did this little painting project. I came out 2 weeks ago, a week after I finished painting, thinking that this thing would have outgassed and been fine. I kept it outside all the time and brought it inside, took the plastic that I had covered up off, brought it inside, and just found that, 5 minutes later I could smell this thing. So I took it right back outside, put the plastic back on, and kept it out for another 2 weeks. So this is 3 weeks into it. I just came out here, tried to smell a little bit. Believe it or not, it's better than it was a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, actually, but it is still smelling. So I said, screw it, I'm going to let this thing outgas for another week at least. And it's certainly not worth inhaling it or risking anything or just dealing with any kind of foul smells. You can see underneath, when I brought it back inside, I installed the the handles and everything. I put everything back in there, and then, like I said, just using it and realized that this thing is still outgassing. So having the plastic on and outside is not ideal in terms of letting it outgas, but you can see there's definitely room inside. Air is getting through. That's why it's blowing in the wind here. So anyway, I will come back in another week. It'll be 4 weeks total, and hopefully this thing will be ready to take inside. All right, it's literally been 6 weeks since I did this paint job. I've come out in the following weeks to test the smell. It was outgassing every week. I'm probably just taking it in. I actually did try, as you recall, taking it inside, and it was outgassing. I brought it back out, covered it up. This is how it's been. It could be in part because it's covered in plastic. However, it's definitely not airtight. There's gaps here. I'm allowing it to breathe theoretically, so that shouldn't have been an issue. I'm going to take it off. I've had enough, and I'm bringing it in, and we're going to see exactly how it smells. So I've removed part of the plastic outside, and if I hold my nose up to this, I can still smell a bit of this paint. It's still a lot better than it was certainly 6 weeks ago and even 2 weeks ago. I'm going to move it inside and we'll take a better look indoors with the lighting at the actual finish. Those of you that are observant, you're going to notice this has been rewrapped. Why? Because for a second time I brought it inside. I thought this was going to be okay, and it's not. It's still outgassing. It's 6 weeks, and I'm not even going to try for another 2 weeks. And I will come back and I will see exactly how long this thing takes, but certainly not worth bringing it inside, smelling this, and risking any health issues. So sorry about that. False start. I painted this mid-April with Rust-Oleum. It's now early September, and it is just finally going to re-enter the house. it took that long to outgas. I would check it after a month, 2 months, 3 months. I even started several of these videos only to bring it in the house and then find out that it was outgassing, and I would bring it right back up, put the plastic back on. In the end, I just did a little bit more work cleaning it up because it's been out for so many months. I've left it outdoors. Look, the short of it is, do not use this stuff if you're going to be bringing it in the house. Any item you want to paint, it's just not worth it. This will continue to outgas. Everything you've heard is true. I tested it for myself. It took months, literally months, just to stop outgassing, and we all know how dangerous outgassing is. My recommendation: I've used the Rust-Oleum spray paint in the past. They're a premium line. It's got a primers built in, and it's a lot faster. It's a lot more effective. The gloss is a bit shinier. Just way easier to use than paintbrushing, but more importantly, it didn't continuously outgas like this. This is made for the outdoors. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, subscribe down below. And I thank you for joining me.